So hi, welcome to the Good Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we're here with
Shrek the Third.
Fuck yeah. And we're asking some questions to say about his upcoming EP, I Dream the Future. So congrats on that, by the way. How do you feel about the response to the announcement so far?
I think no one knows what this even is yet.
Quite frankly,
I feel like every time I try and explain it a little more, I get more confusion on what I'm actually releasing.
quite frankly, dude, we're about to interview you about it. I got no fucking idea what's going on. There's music, there's a video. That's all I know.
Yeah, and you know what I've realized too? I've now seen the full thing at this point in time. We've edited it all together. There's some coloring stuff happening, things like that. But as I'm like editing it and watching it, I'm like, there really is no elevator pitch 30-second explanation of what this actually is. So I've given up trying. I think I'm just hoping the mystery of it makes people want to experience it.
Well, we're going to try, but my first question to you is, you set the release date without the fucking thing being done?
I did. Yeah.
That's bold.
That's ballsy.
You know what, let me tell you a story. Let me break this down for you. So I'll explain a little bit what it fully is, and then I'll explain the timeline, and that'll help you realize like the absurdity of what's going on behind the scenes here. So back a year ago around this time, the CEO of my label, Jonathan, we were sending voice memos back and forth actually about the unreleased demo project that we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. And he didn't realize that I was like producing all of my own stuff too. Like I don't know how that like during our conversations didn't come up. Like he signed me not knowing I was a producer also. So he had this idea of what if you came in to the studio and we brought cameras and you recorded one song in one day and we like made a big deal out of it. And I was like, that's not enough for me. Let's do 4 songs in 3 days. And
one song in one day is just simply not a challenge.
Yeah. So I was like, there has to be at least one day where you can visibly see me stressed, or else this is not going to be interesting. And one song one day is like, that's not that crazy to me. Let's have a day where I have to get through 2 songs or else I've failed. And let's try it. And so we shot that back in August. We did 3 days. And actually, let me ask, is this going to air before or after the film's out? Because
this will be after.
Yeah.
Okay. So we did it. We got the 4 songs done. Then, because I'm a madman, I was like, I don't want this just to be a documentary and an EP, because I'm all about the fictional storylines, things like that. And so while we were writing the songs in the studio, this doesn't make the documentary, but I'm on my phone almost the whole time while producing, while writing lyrics, while doing that stuff, writing my vomit sheet for a storyline that we can then shoot a short film and music video series about. And so what the presentation is it's going to start off with 5 minutes of documentary and then cut to 10 minutes of short film, then 10 minutes of documentary, music video, 10 minutes of documentary, music video, kind of go back and forth. So you'll be getting how I wrote the EP, you'll be getting the EP, and you'll be getting the fictional storyline all in one 2-hour presentation. So that's what it is. The reason the timeline has changed, I've delayed this project 4 times because different people who are involved have had like crises come up in their lives. And so suddenly editing got really difficult. Shooting the short films got really difficult. And it got to the point where I was like, I'm going to learn how to edit video just so I can edit my own film. And so this is also my first time video editing my own stuff.
Dude, you're fucking ridiculous.
I started with a 2-hour film as my first time video editing. So, yeah, that's why part of the reason for me not having it done, but then announcing the release date was that I delayed it so many times. And the label, you know, they have their connections, their networks, the people they want to see it. They were like, look, if we delay this again, we're going to lose a lot of the opportunity with it. So I was like, fine, I'll do it myself. Keep the date. So that's what happened.
That is fucking nuts. I mean, bro, the fact that you're taking on a 2-hour project is like your intro into editing is insane. I've been editing for very many years, and like today I had to edit a 40-minute podcast that goes out later today, and I like wanted to have a heart attack. I was like, all I gotta do is chop this up a little bit. I was like, this is too much for me, and you're over here color grading and shit. Like,
I did it in 2 weeks.
Oh my god.
I literally, when I announced when I released the trailer, I edited the trailer before I started editing the film. So the trailer came out before the film was
You're just like, I kind of hope it kind of looks this way.
like, actually.
You're just putting your vision board out in public, and you're like, this is what it's going to look like.
I mean, luckily, I wrote the script. I directed the shooting, so I knew, right? Which helps.
Yeah.
But no, I for sure, like, that trailer was my actual first video. And then I was like, all right, time for a 2-hour film. Let's do it.
That is fucking crazy. That is the most Daniel Sherman thing I think I've heard on this entire podcast. And every single time, you never fail to amaze us in the bullshit that goes on.
Yep.
I appreciate it. It's been, I needed to go big with this one because I feel like I've sucked this year. I had what I consider my first flop of a project, which was the unreleased demo project. No one cared. So, it was just like, I worked so hard at it and then nothing happened. I was like, wow, that sucked. And then my folk inspired singer-song, whatever you want to call that EP, was like, I loved it. It was deeply personal, but because it was such a hard left, people were like, I don't know. And so I was like, okay, whatever I do next has to be like, I actually got really ambitious with the vision. Was like, I want to unite old Crown and Chains fans. Anyone who hasn't cared about my solo stuff, I want them to like what I'm doing. I want current Daniel Sherman fans to like what I'm doing. And I want random strangers who've never met me and could care less to also be curious enough to watch it. So
it's definitely a return to form in a way. It's certainly not the singer-songwriter stuff, but it really is a culmination of everything you've done up until this point,
Yeah, I hope so.
You nailed that on the head.
Hot for it, so vision. I hope so.
Hell yeah. And very excited to see this documentary when it hopefully hits the deadline.
It's made it. We're done.
Oh, shit.
We did it.
Hell yeah.
I'm done with it. So
fuck yeah.
It's hype.
Very excited. Counting down the days.
Me too.
Right. So is there any meaning behind the EP title or cover art?
Yeah, so the title, it's what's so cool about this, by the way, is I'm going to tell you all this and you'll actually get to see the moments that the things I'm going to tell you happen in the doc. That's just so cool to me. That's never happened before. The idea for the title and the project itself came from like kind of the duality of the word dreams. There's dreams on one hand as like the surrealist, bizarre things you see in your sleep, like you wake up in class naked and it's humiliating, and then you wake up again in the real world and then it didn't actually happen, and it's like, what even are dreams, right? It's a weird thing, and my music's weird, so I was like, dreams are a cool concept to dive into. But also dreams as like ambitions, like where you want to see yourself in 5 years, what you want this project to be, who you want yourself to be. And so, I mean, the title kind of gives it away, but the idea was, what if those weird surrealist things you see when you're asleep are also exactly who you're going to be in 5 years? And quite literally, this is ridiculous. This part we didn't get on camera, but in my thought process, I actually did think of like the common dream of you wake up naked and it's super embarrassing. And I was like, what if that shame and that embarrassment and that guilt and the devastation of a moment like that was exactly where you'd end up in 5 years? How would that sound? And so that was kind of what I dove into with this one.
Okay.
The cover art is, you're seeing, what was the cover? Oh, it's me in the rain. That cover art in the film, you'll see it takes place in my subconscious, and kind of at a really, really crucial point in the storyline, it starts raining in my subconscious. And so that's what that cover art is.
Okay.
You're fucking insane, man. Sorry, you're crazy. This is awesome.
So can you tell us a little bit about your writing process for this EP?
Yeah, basically this is anxiety. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
I showed up to the studio and we were like, it didn't really sink in how stupid my idea was until I walked through the doors, and I was like, okay, I'm going to set up drums, but I don't know if I'm going to play them. I'm going to sit at a piano and find a melody. I have no idea what this song's about yet, but I'm just got to move.
Yeah.
And so like track 1, Dreams, we finished day 1. Entirety of day 1 was Dreams, the first track. And it really did come pretty naturally. I started that song kind of saying, I want to start with like an absurd opening line, something you would never say to someone in public. And so I was like, I think I'm gonna die soon. You don't just walk up to someone and say you think you're gonna die soon. Let's start with that. And within, I think all the lyrics were done as I'm writing and producing at the same time. So it's slower for me than normal, but within an hour, I had all the lyrics for that song finalized, and we were building the genre switches and the breakdowns and things like that. Track 2, I woke up, I couldn't sleep. I woke up at 6 a.m. and I wrote just that piano riff that starts the song. And off of that piano riff, I wrote every single lyric to that song in 10 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Track 3, the rap song, we'd had 2 songs we needed to start and finish on the 3rd day. It was mad stressful. And I wrote half of that song in Starbucks. I wrote half of that song at the piano in the studio. And so ironically, the song with the most words was the quickest to write. All the lyrics were done for that song in a cumulative of under 10 minutes.
Jeez.
And the production on that song was the quickest one, actually. We knocked that out in, I think, 3 hours. The whole entire thing was done.
Jesus Christ. So you just went, like, the only ideas that you had was just, I'm going in and I'm going to do 4 songs in 3 days. You didn't have any sort of, like, anything written before, everything start to finish in the studio 3 days.
You can see in the documentary, I come up with the dream concept in the car on the way there.
Okay.
And I'm frantically like, Christian, start filming because we need to capture this, because I just had the idea for the project. Like
it started. We're not there yet, dude, but it started.
Yeah, it was that on the spot. Yeah. Like, it's unreal. And then my personal favorite track, the last track, that entire song was written melodically, everything in under 13 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
On the last day.
That is crazy.
Wow. And I do just want to touch on the production quality of this EP. I would not have guessed that you did this in 4 days. Fucking insane. I think it's some of your best work, honestly. I think it's exactly how I like to hear my music. So you did perfect.
Thank you so much. That means a lot. That was my biggest concern with when we had the idea, was how are we going to, like, on the one hand, it's the first time I've started and finished music with access to that multi-million-dollar studio, right? So the resources, like, almost all my music up until this point has been made in a basement with a computer from 2013 that crashes on us all the time, and there's latency. So, like, I'm hitting the pad or the piano or whatever I'm playing, and it takes 2 seconds for the sound to come through. So this is the first time I'm actually, granted, I should have known that would make it sound better, but in my head, I was like, how am I going to release, because I needed it to be my best music. How am I going to release my best music in 3 days? So it genuinely means a lot you said that, because I've been terrified that I'm kidding myself this whole time. So.
No, you're killing yourself. It, man.
Yeah, you're not kidding yourself.
So I want you to tell us your favorite lyric off this EP and what it means to you.
I know you ask me this every time we've ever talked.
We do ask you the same questions every single time we talk.
Is it always Glory who asked it to you? I feel like it is.
Probably.
Probably. Yeah.
I think
if it's an EP, it's me. If it's an album, it's Shane.
Interesting. So hold on. Sorry, I'm going to interview you now. Do you have scripts for, like, who reads what?
They're right here.
Yeah, it's literally on Discord. It's just written out with, like, a short form version of what the question is.
That's so smart.
But then we read each other's minds if we know we're going to skip a question.
That makes sense.
We text each other.
Sometimes we don't even have to text each other.
Yeah, I don't doubt that you're telepathically communicating the whole time. Have you ever? Let me ask this. Actually, I'm straight up interviewing.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Have you ever, during one of these interviews, like, telepathically communicated how over the interview you were?
Yes.
Like, so fed up.
Absolutely.
We're like, we're gonna rush through this and just end this thing ASAP.
Yes. Yes. Doing it right now, actually. I'm kidding. But
I knew that joke. I set you up for that.
You did. That was a slam dunk right there.
Perfect, dude.
But no, there are times where, like, we will lock eyes and have to keep a straight face, because it's like, that's just kind of how the interview's been going, and, like, if the hosts just start randomly laughing, it's not a good look, you know?
No, it's not. But it's happened before. But I've stopped myself, because sometimes Shane messages me something. I don't know why, but he sends me like a joke or something, and you can see when I read it, I process it, and then I just start smiling, and I'm like, this person is talking about something, dark or depressing,
like,
and I'm over here giggling.
Trauma, and you're like,
the best one that I've had is Glory, when she asks the death row question. She's like, so is it okay if we're gonna switch away from music? like
To
from this
switch
point
you.
forward. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I text her, I'm like, what are you gonna do if an artist says no? Like, what are you
I mean,
gonna
that's
do?
a valid question. Is the interview just over?
Exactly.
I've never thought about it. Yeah, it's just
That's never happened, has it?
No.
No, not yet. But I'm just gonna be like,
Oh.
well, fuck you. We're moving on. I'm sorry. So
That is so funny. Oh, I hope someone does it.
No,
No, I mean, like you're like okay. Let me word this. As your friend, I don't hope someone does it.
Mhm.
As a viewer of the channel and an agent of chaos, I really want to see your Shane's face.
This guy's manifesting.
not
This guy's
comfortable.
manifesting the first interview next week. Just goes, no, Gloria, I don't want to answer any
No,
more
let's
questions.
keep
I'm
talking
done
about
here.
music.
like I want them. No, I want it to be like really. I want them to guilt trip you. Like I want them to be like, that makes me so uncomfortable. This interview's over, and then
So you
log
wanna-
off,
you
and I
want to
wanna
see me in
your
pain.
faces process what just happened. Like that's.
I would probably
evil
just be
agent of chaos and me
Oh
needs
my
that.
Glory would be near tears. I'd just be like, remember when I told you so?
I need you guys to send me the list of your interviews next week. I'm gonna bribe them to do it.
No!
Reach out.
Don't fucking do
Hey,
that.
I will give you $50.
Holy shit.
Anyway, favorite lyric was
Yeah.
the question,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
I mean, it's such a cop out, but it's really true. The line "Don't open your eyes." That line is I've honestly. Oh my gosh, I'm getting sorry.
Damn.
FaceTime call.
Blowing up.
Damn, he's fucking popular over here.
Sorry
Right.
about it. That was just Beyonce. I can
Yeah.
shit.
Ah.
That line, "Don't open your eyes." I've watched the moment in the film where I sing that for the first time so many times, and I've actually cried every time I've done it. Because I wrote it so fast that I didn't process what it meant to me. I didn't process what it even meant.
Mhm.
Like I honestly, when I wrote that line, I think I was just thinking, what is something that has to do with dreams? Eyes have to do with dreams. Opening, closing your eyes has to do with dreams. But when I sang it for the first time, and I kind of force you to watch the whole moment, I sing it for the first time in the doc, I realized that lyric was about not giving up on who you're made to be, and not giving up on the dream, not giving up on your ambitions, and not allowing other voices to impact your choice whether or not to continue. And when we went and did this, I was coming off of, like I said, 2 flops. And I started having health issues. I've actually spent the majority of every day nauseous for the last 6 months. I've had these really bad health issues. And so I've gained a ton of weight. I've gained 80 pounds. I'm super unhealthy. And I was like, I might never do live shows again unless I fix this. I'm definitely can't do a live show right now. I'm not in shape for it. And I was in a place where I was like, I might quit. I might stop because I'm starting to run out of hope that anything's going to come of this.
Mm.
And in the studio singing those lyrics for the first time, I realized that I needed to keep my eyes closed, and I needed to shut everyone and everything out, and I needed to just push forward because I know I'm made for this. There's no other version of this life where I'm content and fulfilled and happy
Mhm.
besides doing this.
Mhm.
And I didn't even realize I'd written that and declared that until singing it for the first time. It was unreal.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Not
gonna
quite-
you're gonna kill it.
Yeah, I
sorry.
wasn't quite sure what to say, so thanks, Clay. So you definitely touched on this throughout the entire interview, but if you'd like, you can go more in depth here. Where
Sure.
was your headspace at while you were writing the CP?
Oh, I think I felt every emotion that a human being can process in those 3 days. It's something that didn't make the doc that I really wanted to put in there was that me and Christians who filmed the doc in the studio and captured it all, by day 2, we were exhausted. I actually felt nauseous and sick the whole time I was there.
Wow.
At the time, I didn't know what was wrong with me, so I didn't know that drinking a single energy drink would knock me out, but I did.
Mhm.
And I was super sick. But when you're exhausted and spent like that and you're writing music, the emotion that you're trying to capture becomes 10 times as powerful. And so I've talked to the label. I'm going to write all my big projects this way. Like I can't talk much about it, but my next record, I'm going to go in and I'm going to lock myself in that studio for 2 weeks. And I'm going to leave with however many songs.
You're fucking
Damn.
crazy.
You're gonna get like 1,000 songs done in like 2 weeks, man.
That's,
Like,
that's true. I haven't accounted for that. So, but like when you're talking about ambitions and you're that exhausted, that desire to reach an ambition is times 10. When you're singing a song about mental health and granting someone the permission to rest and take a break and breathe, yeah, I was feeling like I needed permission to rest, right? So that emotion was drawn out so much more. And I feel like not only have I captured my best work, but I think the vocal performances, you'll hear how much I mean them to an extent that I don't think I've ever captured before.
Damn.
interesting. Okay. So you said for your next project, your next album that you're gonna do, that I'm not gonna push because
Yeah.
this EP isn't even out yet, so I'm not gonna poke you. But you said you're gonna do this for the rest of your projects that
I think
put out.
rest of my life, if I have not side projects excluded, main projects, I'm to me, there's no experience like what I experienced. Like I came out of there changed. And
Yeah.
like that sounds really dramatic and extra. Like I'm aware of how that comes across. Like I'm a douchebag who thinks like I had a spiritual experience in the studio. But like on the real, I left there. I think I've had more emotional spiritual breakthrough since that day than I've had in a confined 6-month period in my entire life.
Damn.
It was therapy, like true therapy in there.
Yeah.
And when you're in the business of capturing emotion, expressing emotion, and reaching other people's emotion, I think it's, if you can get to a place where the emotion is that enhanced and raw and strong, like there's no going back. You have to get there again. So
Yeah.
my next record, I've got, you're going to think I'm crazy. I've had it written for 2 years. I just need to record it and refine it and do that in an isolated space. So
Okay, because that was my follow-up question. I was going to ask if you were just going to go in blind again and just kind of have everything raw and unfiltered, but it's already written.
yeah, what I imagine I'll do is because it's written 2 years ago, how much of it's going to make the cut, be revised, etc. I don't know, but I'm going to go in with I want to do it like a madman. Since the studio's mine for 2 weeks, I want like Post-it notes and papers on the walls. I want lore stuff, plot stuff like surrounding me. My head's fully in it. And so, yeah, I've got, one of the last interviews we did was about Uncaged. I wrote a 40-page lore document in one night.
Yeah.
Over the last 2 years, this lore document's gotten hefty. So,
dude,
I can only imagine. It like struggles to load when you open it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. So, I'm confident. I've been not wanting to start the next record yet because I can tell it's unlike anything I've done before, and I think it's gonna be, I always say my next one's gonna be my best, but it's next level for sure. It's a different thing.
It's funny how every single time we talk to you, we wind up talking about the next project, and you always say it's unlike anything you've ever done before. And you are honestly one of the only artists we talk to where that rings true 100% for the entire project. Like, obviously, these artists, will talk to them, a couple of tracks here and there is like a step in a new direction, but it's unlike an artist to take a step in a different direction every single time they put something out,
Yeah.
You're just buttering me up, man.
That is exactly what I'm doing.
I'm gonna leave this interview feeling way too good about myself, and it's gonna cause problems.
Well, listen, bro, you take that and you go write a fucking banger.
Exactly. Go write your second album that isn't even out yet.
I got you. Just for you.
Hell yeah.
Session tomorrow, so I'll let you know what I come up with because of you guys.
All right.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So how do you recommend your fans to listen to this EP for the first time? Should they play in the car with friends? Dark with it? Oh, what happened?
LSD, shrooms.
Oh, goddamn, on everything.
Yeah, I'm not even talking microdose, like macro dose, like just hit it hard.
God damn.
No, I don't actually
You want
know.
them to even listen to it, process it?
I want them to wake up the next day going, I don't know what the hell happened, but I experienced it,
Yeah, I lived it, basically. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your question, by the way.
No, you've heard it like 5 times. I don't need to do the whole spiel.
Sorry about it. I felt so rude for a second. I was like, damn, I just interrupted.
No, you're good. You're like the only person that can interrupt because you already know how the question's gonna end. You're good. You're good.
That's an honor. I hope you know. I need a plaque. Can interrupt good noise during. I'll hang it right here next time we talk.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, put you in your place. I'm just kidding. Remind you who I am. I'm just joking. You guys are a way bigger deal than me. You interview like all my favorite people.
Oh, God.
On the real, if you're not into shrooms and LSD, I hope that I've written a record that every song kind of needs to almost needs to be experienced in a different context. Like some of these are car ride bangers and other ones are like you're crying in the shower.
Absolutely.
So I hope that their first experience with it is like they kind of go through what I went through. It's a whole range, and I think I want every situation to be both the right and wrong situation to experience it in a way.
All right. Sounds good. So this question should be super, super quick. Off the top of your head, I want you to describe the EP for new listeners in 3 words, no more, no less.
I really need to pregame for you guys better.
You just got to watch the previous interviews we've done.
I literally
You literally did that. It hasn't changed since the Crown and Chains days.
I know it's bad that I haven't learned. I'm gonna keep it really simple, and I'm just gonna say dream your future.
Huh?
All right, we'll take it. So is there a certain feeling or emotion you want this EP to invoke in your listeners?
All of them, but I don't know if this is wrong or not to want. I kind of want confusion. I want like an element of, man, what is he gonna do next? Like, because track 1 and 2, track 1 kind of puts you through several different genres. Track 2 is its own freaking thing. And then I want going into track 3 and 4 people to be like, I honestly have no idea what's about to happen. Like that's where I want people to be left. So, you know, everything we've talked about already, but also I think a little bit of confusion in a good way, you know. I think that'd be nice.
I so obviously listened to it before this. I don't know if the Dropbox you sent us is in order or if it's just in alphabetical order, because I was left in total confusion. But I think it
probably wasn't in order.
Yeah, but I think even more so because it wasn't in order. So if you want your fans to be in even more confusion, hit the shuffle button.
Yeah, and I think it can be shuffled. What? So do you know what order you listened to? I'm so curious.
Can pull it up.
Because you said Dreams is track 1, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was like track 3 when we listened through it, but I could tell you right now.
So the order is Die Today, Don't Open Your Eyes, Dreams, and Permission to Rest.
Oh, that is a really chaotic order.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sorry about it. I should have sent a track list. It should be Dreams, Die Today, Permission to Rest, Don't Open Your Eyes.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, we listened to it all out of fucking whack.
Yeah, God.
It wouldn't have changed much. I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty ridiculous. Those 4 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Am I allowed to do that in an interview?
Yeah.
What was, if you remember, what was each of your personal favorite from the EP?
It was the opener for me.
It was which one?
The opener for you is an actual opener. Die Today. Yeah.
Die Today?
Sorry. Yeah.
I'm with Glory on our first track, Die Today, and also Dreams. But I also thought that although Permission to Rest is not the closing track on the EP, it makes for a great closer.
It does. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. For a moment, I considered swapping Permission to Rest and Don't Open Your Eyes as the closer. For a moment. Because it does kind of have like almost end credit feels to it.
It
doesn't
does.
It?
Yeah. It's that slower vibe. Yeah.
That's cool. Shade, I don't know if you remember when I was in the studio recording Die Today, I actually sent you on Instagram snippets of it. That's that song.
You did, because that was like the heavy one with the breakdown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought of you in the studio.
Glory, I'm the one that likes breakdowns here. You just like
I like breakdowns too.
like
Slaughterhouse was my third favorite song.
Glory yesterday goes, we're interviewing a lot of metal bands. I'm like, yeah, because you like Ice Nine Kills now, and she's like, that's pop music compared to this. So you like pop metal?
You.
Stop.
Yeah, give me some good pop metal.
Next time I'm in the studio, Glory, I'll send you something I don't send Shane, just to,
ruffle the feathers between us.
Yeah, I'll send him a screenshot.
Sure.
And a boo boo.
So what is your favorite memory that you made while creating this EP?
Oh, it's so fun to watch. The moment that low growl that's in the background of Die Today, I had never done that before. You're hearing my first time trying that. And so I'd been doing like my typical high screams all day. And so by this point, my vocals are shot, right? And the mix engineer, Jason, he's mixed and worked on a ton of really, really big metal records. That's kind of where he got his start. And so he was like, dude, have you ever done a low growl? Because I'm totally hearing one here. And I was like, bro, that's not going to happen. I was like, when I say I haven't done a low growl, I haven't even like closed my door alone and done it to see if I can do it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I haven't, like, you know, like when you're like, I wonder if I can sing. You said a voice memo and you sing and then you hear it back. I wonder if I could do that. And you're like trying to learn what you're capable of.
It's like, I sound like Taylor Swift right now. Meanwhile, I could shatter the glass in my car.
I was like, I haven't even like on my own tried to see if I'm capable. He's like, bro, try it. And so you can see me in the vocal booth like, guys, this is going to suck. And if it sucks, we're just going to delete this from the doc and pretend it didn't happen.
Wow.
And I do the screen, I do the low growl, and Christian can't even hold the camera because he's shocked that that noise came out of my body.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in the whole room is like, did that just happen? Jason, who's a relatively quiet guy, he walks up to the vocal booth and gets in my face and goes, bro, he's like yelling at me. And the first thing I say when I hop on the mic is, are you guys pranking me right now? Because I can't hear it. I have headphones on. I have no idea what I just did. And they're like, bro, we are not joking. So I'm like, okay, let me get a full take. And then I'm going to come out and hear it for the first time. And then I had that same experience they did hearing it back. I was like, did you put effects on that? Is there a formant? Is there distortion? He's like, there's nothing on that vocal. That came out of your body. And so I think that memory, it was just, we were all tired. It was halfway through day 2 and we were getting a little discouraged. And so that just got us re-amped up. Like the energy in the room was totally different. It was awesome.
That's fucking crazy.
What can't you do? I'm sorry we're gassing you up so much, but like it's well deserved, man.
Yeah, don't ask me to dance. That's where my limitations start.
God, that's
By the way, as a drummer, everyone thinks you can dance as a drummer. I know I have rhythm, but it's bad, guys. It's really bad.
It's okay. As long as you don't do like a dance group or something for your next project, I think you'll be safe.
Yeah. Oh my god! Don't give me ideas.
Don't become a DJ.
Fucking DJ. No. So, god damn. I mean, you're natural.
All right, now I know you're buttering me up. There is nothing natural about whatever just happened here. All right, I'm a little self-aware. Okay, we don't need that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm glad we're having a fun interview because my last one I was like so recently gone through trauma that I was like dead the whole interview. I'm glad we're having fun again because last one was
good.
That's all right.
So for this question, I want you to picture you're on tour. You're at a gas station for a rest stop. You're going in. What is your snack of choice?
And for the record, all of the questions from this point forward we have asked you. We typically only ask the artist once, but it's been a minute, so we're gonna get updates on all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Wait, so these are the non-music questions?
Yes.
We haven't done that switch yet.
Oh.
I haven't done my switch.
She hasn't asked yet.
I haven't asked yet. Oh, damn it. I am fucking...
No, you've got the first question. Don't worry. You can still ask.
Yeah, that's what I'm... Anyways, sorry.
Okay.
Gas station snack.
Yeah. Well, I just recently learned I'm not supposed to eat chocolate or anything acidic. So that changes my answer. I can't eat potato chips either.
Damn.
So I'm going to find a head of lettuce at this point, I guess, because my life is misery.
An apple or...
Yeah, I'm going to find something
crunchy.
Naked smoothie. You know how they have those like naked smoothies? Not like there's nudity on it, but like it's the brand.
Yeah, naked. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'd have one of those. My life sucks right now, guys. I can't eat anything. I'm eating like bread.
Damn.
It's tragic.
Is it at least like artisan bread or is it just like white?
No, it's white. White
bread goes kind of hard though. Today I went to Jersey Mike's. I got white bread sandwich, white bread with a bunch of veggies on it because I'm a vegan, and it's pretty fucking good, bro.
You're really
vegan?
selling
I
it.
didn't know you're vegan.
Yeah, I am.
Dude, that just blew my mind.
Yeah, my entire
I mean,
life,
I
all
don't know
20
why
years.
that blew my mind. It's not something that should blow my mind necessarily. I just had no idea.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that was my lunch. So white bread goes crazy, bro. With the lettuce and tomato and the pickles and the banana peppers and the oil and vinegar. Oh, so good.
You know what's crazy
You
though?
not
Like
get
a
sweet
sandwich
peppers?
place can make the most basic thing taste so much better. I don't get it.
Sure.
How are they better than me? What are they
Right.
doing?
Yeah,
Exactly. It's a sandwich. Why can't I make it taste as good as that?
Maybe
Yeah.
my next project is sandwich.
So
exactly.
you open up your own sandwich shop?
Yeah.
My parents would be like, "No, I don't want to go to Jersey Mike's. You make it at home." I'm like, "But it's not as good at home. Like the oil and the vinegar just doesn't stay on the bread; it just rolls off."
You all don't
Yeah.
have Togos, huh?
No, what the fuck is it?
What
That
is Togo's?
Oh, Togo's is the best. What's nice? So Togo's is a sandwich place. It started in California.
Mhm.
This interview is all over the place.
it is
I
all
love
over
it.
the place. But
Yeah.
we got the project talk out of the way, so we're good now.
Exactly. We're good.
We're
We're in the
chill.
clear.
Togo's is a sandwich place in California, and their whole thing is like, we're just gonna give you all of our ingredients, whatever. Like we're gonna like, you know how most sandwich place, like you go to Subway and they like grab like a freaking needle.
Subway
and
goes
that's
so
how much
hard.
food you
Yeah.
get.
Oh.
Togo's is like, we're gonna just grab however much meat fits in our hand and we're gonna slap it on there. We're gonna grab all that, like that's kind of
Yeah.
the thing. So anyway,
Nice.
That's
I need to
nuts.
hit Togo's. Hmm.
come hang out with me. I'll get you Togo's.
Hell yeah. That'd be sick.
So on the topic of food, if the project, the CP, was a dish, what would it be and why?
I don't think you've asked me this one before.
did.
Maybe you haven't. I'm
Let me
just
see.
stupid.
I don't
But
think we have.
I'm gonna say like sushi or like you're probably really confused with that answer. I'll explain. Or like a multi-layered cake or something that like there's a lot of different things going on. Like there's different layers to it and they're all kind of individual, but they strangely work together.
Mhm.
I don't know if that makes any sense at all. That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
All right. Sounds good.
you're like, no, not at all.
No, you tied it together. You tied it together, so we'll take it.
Cool.
For the record, I just want to say we have not asked you this question before. So
Okay.
there you go. That was awesome. New one.
I'll remember
Back to
for
the
next
old
time.
ones. So for these last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely not.
Guess that's okay. End the recording then. I don't.
Wow.
What do you want me to do
Daniel
here?
Sherman, it's been a pleasure sitting down with you. We got to go now.
We've been the Good Noise Podcast. Goodbye.
I had to make that joke.
Damn it. Okay. Well, we're gonna go straight to death row.
Boom.
So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
I'm gonna have deep dish pizza.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have a Neapolitan shake from In-N-Out.
Mm.
I'm gonna have every single food I'm told I can't eat right now. I'm just gonna like buffet style. I'm just gonna eat all of it since there's
Mhm.
no consequences. That'd be great.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all of the food.
All right.
Sounds delicious. I love deep
I miss
dish
pizza the most right now though. I can't have anything tomato.
Yeah, because can you do like a white pizza? I know they aren't as good, but alternative.
I can. At that point, I feel like I'm eating a bread pasta though. You know, when it's the
Mm,
white sauce.
Oh,
yeah,
I mean, I'll still do it, but
Fair
that's
enough.
fair.
So if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
the first thing that comes to my mind is a horrible answer. I've been watching The Last of Us. That is not the right
That's my
answer.
fucking answer. Hell yeah. Yeah.
This is a wrong answer. That is a terrible place to be. But
If you're with Pedro Pascal, you're fine. That's all I need,
Oh,
man.
that
Man,
is-
that's it.
yes.
Hmm.
That was such a weird thing to say right now on camera where everyone can see it. I can't believe I just did that. So not Last of Us world, although that is the world I'm enjoying the most right now. See, the other answer I want to say, I feel like I don't feel that way anymore either. I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
But like during a period of time where there isn't like a creepy eye in the sky and like an evil ring and a bunch of like, you know, evil going on, like during a time where the hobbits are just getting drunk together at the pub and you're in the grass and you're smoking your whatever they smoke and Gandalf comes and lights fireworks. Like I want to live in that Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, they're smoking weed.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Hell
Merry and
yeah.
Pippin. I don't know if you're Lord of the Rings fans.
Fucking love Merry and Pippin. Yeah.
Dude, the extended versions, what I love
Mhm.
about the extended versions is they make it so clear that they're just stoned the whole time.
Yeah.
There's literally scenes where you see them just like, sharing a pipe and vibing
Mhm.
out. It just makes them that much better characters.
They're the best. I only watch the extended versions, unfortunately. I commit. It's like 3.5 hours, man. It's
Lori,
crazy.
I knew we were connected.
Exactly. But still, you send Shane the sneak peek, so
I got you on the next one. Shane's gonna have
yeah.
to wait. I got you on
No,
the next
it's
one.
fine.
What the fuck?
Story.
It's fine.
My girlfriend had never seen Lord of the Rings.
Mhm.
So I told her like not that there's like a prerequisite to dating me, but like kinda like this is gonna have to happen, right? And I was like, I'm not gonna make you watch the extended ones because that becomes a 12-hour thing. Like we're gonna watch it. She was like, no, let's just do the extendeds. Let's just go all in. And I was like, I don't have a ring yet, but can we?
I'm gonna get down on one knee anyway.
Yeah, like I'm ready. We're good. Solidified.
That's great.
She did it. She like a champ, like a total champ. Watched all of them in like 2 days.
Nice.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's like a 10-hour like adventure right there.
Arguably way more ambitious than 4 songs in 3 days. Watching your first Lord of the Rings experience extended in 2 days, like
Yeah.
we're cut from the same cloth. So
Yes.
Hell yeah. So I have the honor of asking the last question. Every single person we've spoken to has actually said it is the most important question. What is your favorite color?
black. Is that allowed?
No.
Really? It's not?
It's not, but people can say it, and if like they don't really want to answer the question, I allow it. But if I feel like I can kind of poke them into like an actual color, I usually do.
Though, like the black tank top, the black, like I've been wearing all black lately. Okay, fine. I won't say black. I'm gonna say red then.
And why red?
Because you said he couldn't say black.
Yeah, honestly, it's second best. It's up there, I guess. I don't know what my criteria is at all.
It's fair.
Question.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna be that one person who, and this isn't meant to be rude, but this is the least important. this is you can no longer say everyone we've interviewed says this is it's not.
Damn it.
So you can say you'll have to say now.
Daniel, you just got yourself a free plug in every single interview because now we have to go. Everyone except Daniel Sherman has said that this is the most important
question. I'm gonna
listen
to your next one, and I'm gonna see if you go. All but one person has said that this.
Oh my god!
If you don't, I'm gonna be kind of sad about it. So
unfortunately, we won't be doing that. But it was the thought that counts.
I get it, but you know what? You're gonna think of me. And that's all.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So as Glory said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything that you would like to plug?
Usually I make a your mom joke here or something like that, but this project's actually really important. So I'm going to plug it. Go on my YouTube, find I Dream the Future. If you have 2 hours to spare, dive into the whole thing. If you have 5 or 10 minutes at a time, it's actually split up into sort of episodes along the way. So watch as much as you can, leave a marker, hop back in. And I say this every year, and to be honest, I think I lied last year. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but this is going to be the most ambitious year of music and projects for me. It's the stuff we have planned is absurd. It's the type of stuff that I've always wanted to do and never been able to. And so follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Music by Daniel Sherman, Spotify, everywhere. I'm trying TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and I suck at it. So come give me some love there and help me out and give me advice because it's so not the way my brain is wired. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
Oh my god.
Well, thank you. Now this has been Daniel Sherman, and we have been the Good Noise Podcast.